Hey there, welcome to day 917 of What's She Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey from the offline brick and mortar world of corporate America, over a quarter century in corporate America, and businesses for way more years than I care to admit. Started my first business when I was 13, hit the big 6-0 right before COVID hit, and all the changes with respect to COVID here in Wisconsin, where I am, or in the United States, or wherever you are in the world. It's pretty much impacted everybody. And today I want to chat a little bit about what I really want, and what that means for me and for you and for everybody else. Because guess what? Our life is about being on a journey to achieve and acquire and get and do and be and have whatever it is that we, me and you, really want. It's different for each and every one of us. That's the cool thing about our lives and about the planet and about the world, is that everybody on the planet, although we have some similarities and some things that we want in common, the vast majority of us, we want very specifically different things than one another. And that's what makes the world go round, because we do want so many different things. Do we all want food and shelter and our basic needs met, and water and things like that? And absolutely. But beyond that, the hows and the details about each of those things are different for each and every one of us. So it's interesting. I sometimes wonder, I randomly pick the topics I'm going to talk about for the different segments that I do live video and podcast episodes for every day. But it's fun to me to see how they're related. Even though I'm picking them randomly, they sometimes end up absolutely positively related. For example, today's topic for Supersize Your Business was the idiom field day. And what does field day mean? And it's about building relationships and appreciation and gratitude and family and fun and competition and having unlimited opportunities, having it all your own way, being able to go all out and experience success in something. That's what a field day means. But it also is about building relationships and bringing people together in ways that are in a different environment, a wholesome outdoor environment than the normal workplace or than the normal business or the normal organization. So many organizations still, in a morphed way, in a slightly different way, still do that and celebrate that. Well, not during COVID-19, but generally they have company picnics, they have holiday celebrations, some of which are just for the employees, but some that include their families. Bring your daughter to work day is kind of something that morphed from the bring your family to work day, or the company picnic, or the actual field day. And the company picnics came from the field day. I remember as a little girl going to the 3M picnics with my dad and my sisters and my mom. It was always a blast. We looked forward to seeing the families that we usually only saw once a year because they lived in different communities than we did, but playing games and having fun and getting to know those kids and the children of the people that my dad worked with. It was something that we looked forward to every single summer throughout our youth and as we were growing up. And I realized in a big way that as I've gone from the brick and mortar world of businesses and corporate America to the online world, I have done an insanely bad job of recreating the essence of the field day, the fun and competition and the different environment of bringing us all together in a way. And I'm going to come up with a creative way to do that for my online business, for my online world, because I actually really miss that. I miss that, and I think that that's an outage that we need to find a way to replicate in the online world that we have in the offline world. So that's one of the things that hit my bonnet today. The topic of the 365-day fun challenge today was all about family and about family and fun, right? There's the theme again. And the things that we wish we could get rid of our family for, but we don't, of course, because our family's our family no matter what. And so that kind of ties into the family fun, the field day, and everything. And then the topic for the Get Up and Go Challenge, the 30-day August 2020 Get Up and Go Challenge, free of course, was all about what do you want? What do you really want? You can't move forward in anything if you don't decide what you want. And it's not about what you don't want, because guess what? If we think about what we don't want all the time, we're going to just keep getting that thing we don't want showing up in our life in ways we least expect and don't want to have happen. Yet they'll keep happening because guess what? Our subconscious and our mind and our brain and the universe does not have the ability to think in negatives or I guess descriptive words. So if I say, I don't want to be broke all the time, I don't want to have extra weight, I don't want to be fat, I don't want to be tired all the time, I don't want to get the COVID-19 virus, whatever it is, guess what? Our brain, the universe, doesn't hear, I don't want to get COVID-19. It says, I want to get COVID-19. And so it starts looking for all the ways we can possibly get COVID-19. Maybe we forget to wear a mask. Maybe we forget to wear our gloves. Maybe we go to places where there's people that have been infected or are actively having the virus. So we have to be really careful about that. And I, like everybody else that's human, which is everyone listening to me, I'm sure, make mistakes and we forget. And our brains are so programmed to think in the negative and lack and scarcity that our automatic tendency for 99.95% of us or more is to automatically think in the negative. And it's a conscious effort to filter out that negative and make sure that we're thinking about what we want, not about what we don't want. You know, I don't want my kids to suffer. It's very different than I want my kids to be happy. I want my kids to have an amazing life. If I focus on it and I continue to say, I want everybody to have an amazing life, I want everybody to do, be, and have whatever they want. It's very different than I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want, anything we say we don't want, we're just creating more energy. We're giving energy to that. All we do is create, right? We're either creating something positive in the world or something negative in the world. We don't have the ability to destroy it per se, except by focusing on what we don't want. Focusing on what we don't want is creating what we don't want. Focusing on what we do want is creating what we do want. That's a little woo-woo for today. So off that topic, but excited today. I've got a lot of stuff going on, which is really fun and exciting. So if I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below. I'm going to go do some branding work today. I'm in a branding mastermind and branding coaching program, and obviously I need that since I'm all over the board. Like, look at my background. But this is how my brain works. Our brains all work differently, right? I like surrounding myself with positive reminders and things that make me feel good. Thinking about being grateful every day, seeing my little amazing granddaughter's face every day, having my ducks in a row is a clear reminder to remember what my priorities should be for me, not should be for anybody else, what I want them to be for me. Now, I don't know if you ever noticed, but every once in a while I move the ducks around just for the fun of it, to remind myself that I am the master of my own life, the creator of my own life, and I can move my ducks around any way I want. I can change my priorities and decide I'm going to prioritize the pirate if I want, right? I can decide I'm going to have fun and intrigue and mystery and curiosity and excitement more over the routine everyday stuff that I'm used to doing. I don't know, none of these are very routine looking ducks, are they? I'm trying to see if I even have a duck that's pretty ordinary. This one's pretty ordinary, but he had his nose bitten off. What does that say? This is always a message. So that's it today. Go out, have an absolutely amazing day. I'm going to get excited and decide what I'm going to talk about tomorrow for the Get Up and Go challenge, because unlike my usual challenges, I usually have them, and I'm going to show you to prove that I don't. I usually have them all mapped out every day, what the topic's going to be and what the action item's going to be. And for some reason, I decided I'm not doing that this time. I'm doing it one day at a time based on, the process of how I do challenges and how I do things. It's so ingrained in me that it's automatic. So I know as I go through it during the 30 days, I'll teach the process and all the right pieces and all the components will come out of that. But I decided I want to go with the flow of this challenge. I had it all mapped out and did it all in April. I had it all mapped out and the day 1, day 2, day 3, the topics in the June, July 48 day Get Up and Go challenge. And this time I thought, all right, I mapped those out, but every time I mapped them out, I changed the order and I changed them around anyway. So why not this time be open to the possibility that, my brain and my wisdom and my subconscious will serve up the right topics on the right days without me thinking about it ahead of time. So that's what I'm doing this time. It's an experiment. It's something I'm trying that's different than what I've done in the past, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. So that is telling me that that's the right way to do it this time. That's the right way for me to do it. So the day before tomorrow, the day before the next day of each day of the challenge, I will come up with and think about, well, what is the lesson for today? What am I talking about? Because I want to make sure everybody in this challenge is guaranteed to be better off on August 31st in an area of their life that's important to them. It doesn't matter what I think is important. It matters what's important to them. Is it financial? Is it spiritual? Is it emotional? Is it mental? Is it physical? Is there a physical thing that they need to be better? I am personally working on every single of the 7 areas and aspects of my life all the time. And as I go through each of these challenges, I am making sure that I'm continuing to make progress and move forward in all those areas of my life. Some more than others. I mean, I spend more time on any given day on my physical well-being, because that's an area that I really need to work on right now, than I do on my emotional well-being or my emotional health, because that's an area where I'm spending less time. I spend more time on my relationships than I spend on worrying about my finances, because my relationships are a more important and a bigger concern to me personally right now than finances and money. So it depends on what our current situation is. A lot of people, at least half the population right now, is more concerned about their finances due to the impacts of COVID-19 and what's going on around them, and a lot of things that are outside of our control, than they are with other areas or aspects of their lives. But their families are home, they're home, and so there's all these other changes and dynamics that have to happen simultaneously with the financial changes and challenges and differences. And so we're going to get through all of those together. And we'll do Q&A, we'll do whatever it takes, we'll do some mastermind, some accountability, we'll do some coaching, whatever strikes me as this is the thing we need to talk about right now. And today it was, what do you really want? Because guess what? Nothing happens until we know where we're going, right? I can hop in the car and I can say I want to go somewhere, but if I don't know where I'm going, I'll just sit in the drive and I'll be like, okay, am I just going to drive around to de-stress? Am I going to go to the store to get something? You know, a little more freedom in that aspect a while ago, but right now we can still get outside and walk around the block. We can still let the sun shine on our face. So focus on what we can do, not on what we can't do. That's what I'm going to do today. I invite you to do the same. Again, if I can help you in any way, just hit me up or direct message me, and I will do what I can. I'll do whatever I can to get you set on the path of that's right for you. All right, have an amazing day. Catch you tomorrow.